I've been doing some thinking about how much physical activity I can actually do. Obviously, I'm slowing down a little bit as I get older. Even I have to admit that. And I have dropped ballet. You've probably noticed that from my vlogs. Not forever, maybe, but just for the moment, I'm concentrating on my intermediate foundation contemporary exam. I'm still having online lessons with the lovely Tabitha in Bristol once a week. So hopefully when I come back to the UK, I will take that exam. The other thing I've become really interested in is Hyrox. Quite hard work, but a good challenge, a good goal to be setting for me. So I've got my contemporary and I've got my Hyrox, and what I've decided with that is I need to lose a little bit of body fat and gain some muscle mass. So with that in mind, I'm using my Fitness Pal, keeping account of macronutrients and how many calories. So I'm trying to get under 2,000 calories a day. I don't want to cut it down too much and too quickly because obviously I'm trying to build muscle. So I don't want to be cutting the calories and losing the muscle as well as the fat. So here's what I ate the other day. Now this is actually a different day. You'll notice different shorts. But I've been having this meal every afternoon, so it doesn't really make much difference what day it is. So I've got cottage cheese. Now I'm going to weigh this out. Weigh this bowl first. Okay, here comes the maths. This is in a cottage cheese container. It's actually tuna. because I don't like to keep things in tins in the fridge. So here we go, we're at 756. Let's see what this looks like. So if I get, this is now coming up to 50 grams. I need a little bit more for that. And I think that's probably going to be enough. A couple more flakes. There we go. So we've got 50 grams of each. Okay, and I'm going to mix all these up together. Squish it all together with a little bit of lime juice. I realise that this is all backwards, but you get the idea. I could flip it, couldn't I, actually? But that would be much less fun. Do you like a little challenge, working out what things say backwards? Why not? And then I top this off with, also in a yogurt pot, these wonderful things. Balsamic vinegar and salt thins. They are wonderful. But I'm just going to have a couple of these. Way too much salt, probably. But I absolutely love the flavour of salt and vinegar. And then I'm going to top this off with 3 little tomatoes. 3 little cherry tomatoes. I'll have 2 tomorrow. And that is my evening meal. I might have a piece of cheese later, something like that. For dessert today, I'm going to have some mixed berries. These are frozen at the moment, so I'm not going to pop them in the microwave. So we're at 422, let's see, that's 100 grams. 100 grams of summer fruits. Right, I better go and log all of this. So last piece in the equation really is my snacks. I might have a pear sometimes or an apple, but this is my protein flapjack. It weighs about 30 grams each piece, and it's got protein powder and raisins and oats, and that's it. So I've tried to calculate how many calories that would be. So I've broken it all down actually on my input on my FitnessPal. So let's get to the logging. Well, that was a little bit different to the usual vlogs, wasn't it? But it was really good for me to be accountable and write down what I've been eating, checking that I'm getting the right sort of nutrients and that I'm not actually overeating on calories, even though there were chips involved this week. That's very, very rare for me, by the way. I hope you enjoyed that slightly different angle on my life. If anybody else is on a similar journey, I'd love to hear from you. And also, if you're into Hyrox, any hints and tips for my first race, which will be later on this year. I'm off to Melbourne on Friday, so the next vlog will be a road trip. There'll be some interesting food, I'm sure. Take care. Look forward to seeing you again soon.